Just want to get on here and talk about a few things real quick. I do not have makeup on, but that's okay. I also have something wrong with my tooth, but that's beside the point. It is raining outside my car. It was raining before. Took a break. Now it's raining again. And as much as I hate rain, I think it's kind of peaceful when you're sitting at home and you have nothing else to do. So yeah. Okay, so that being said, let's get at it. I wanted to talk about God again. I wanted to talk about taking time for yourself, loving yourself, and then relationships and different things 101. So, at any time, I might need someone to be a moderator. I forget how you say that for the group. Let me know if you want to be one. Anyway, I hope you all are doing well. I really enjoy doing these podcasts because it just shows how much I love God, and I love God in this way, and it helps me to get people to heaven. At least I try to, and stuff like that. So today I wanted to show you guys, get all my trash out of the way, a rosary, and just to kind of show you guys what I pray. So this is a rosary, and it is very sacred. It is very cool. It's very holy. Here's the cross. And trust me, this rosary, like the rosary in general, is the most important weapon of war ever. And I hold it out my window like that all the time. Because here's the thing. When you say the rosary, when you curb the vices of the devil and you call on the Blessed Mother Mary and you show God that you love her through that prayer, it's like a bunch of prayers, but it's in one prayer. You really get close to heaven, and Our Lady literally promised that whatever you ask for in the rosary, you obtain. If it's good for your soul, of course. But so I'm just going to be straightforward and very raw about this. Hi. So I have a chemical imbalance, and as much as I hate to admit something like that, I do. Without medication, I cannot function. I'm sorry, there's something on the camera there. And oh, I thought you said hi. Hello. Anyway, so like, what is it, 2026? So like 2023, I think it was. I ended up in a psych ward, I'm not gonna lie, and it was pretty much hell on earth. I've been to a psych ward that was hell, but anyway. So I went there and I knelt on the ledge of my window, and I've told you guys this story before. I love you too. I knelt on the ledge of my window and I stared out at the living sun. I stared at the sun because I do that sometimes. But anyway, I'm staring at the sun. It's what I felt close to God at the time. And I begged God for a miracle. I begged him to get me the heck out of there. And the sun began to come towards me. And then it started to go in circles, slowly and fastly. And then there was this moon-shaped image. It kind of looked like the moon. It was like circle like the moon, but it was huge. It was probably like 5 moons together. And it was like extremely angry, and it kept being angry. And the sky darkened when it was like 4:00 p.m. And eventually I saw this vision that I would not have seen before of my car leaving this fitness center where this guy I used to like was. And he was showing how like the guy that I liked needs to convert to the Catholic faith. And so I pray he does, but where the heck was I going with this? Oh, so I was in the psych ward when this happened. And when the vision or whatever, it never really went away. It's just all around us, you know what I mean? And I just went on, with life and the psych ward. I don't know how you do that, but you do. And one day I saw my caseworker, who I thought was like all for me, talking to the staff or whatever the heck you want to call them. And he's like, she thinks she's getting out. She's not getting out. And he didn't know I saw him. And I was deathly afraid. I'm just like, if my caseworker doesn't want me out of here, I'm not getting out of here. And so luckily I thought about what I should do, and I began to pray the rosary. Now this was really hard because I did not have an actual rosary. I don't think I have one with me, and they kept trying to take my scapular because they thought I was going to kill myself, which I wasn't going to, but they it's protocol or something. And they would come to me at night and be like, "Hey, Faith," trying to almost take it off. And one time this girl came to me and was like, "Can I see your scapular?" And I was like, "No." And she was like, "No, I just want to see it." And I said, "If you touch it, I will punch you in the face." And she kind of backed off. But I was very protective of it. I actually have one on right now. It's not the original one I had, but it still counts. See? It's my friend. But so it was very hard. And then I turned to the Blessed Mother and I started praying the rosary. And it was very hard because, like I said, I didn't have one of these on hand. I legitimately didn't have a rosary that you could hold the beads physically. And it's hard to do it without the beads in a psych ward because there are so many demonic things going on in a psych ward. There's doors slamming and people coming to check on you and people screaming at you and people this and your roommate going haywire and just all this stuff. And for those of you who have been to one, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah. So I started praying and it was hard. I would have to start over and over again or start over the Hail Mary or try. And plus I was in the middle of, trying to get my mind back to order. So literally, I'm sorry. I hope you can't hear that. My phone, somebody's spam calling me, literally. But, so I came to the realization that the Blessed Mother was going to help me out. And so I started saying the rosary, started saying 3 a day. I mean, what else do you have to do? And it got to the point where this one day, there was a sign outside. And it's funny because it said littering fine, but every time I read that after I said the rosary, it was like the Blessed Mother was telling me that everything's fine. And yeah, so, oh my gosh, guys, hold on one second. I don't know, this is really dark. There we go. I'm back. So eventually, thank God, and thank Mary, thank God, eventually I got out. And let me assure you, I would not be out if it wasn't for Mary, Jesus, God, everything. So, my advice to you, especially in this fallen, messed up world where it's raining all the time, pray the rosary. Literally, if you don't have a rosary, go buy one. You can get them from bookstores, Catholic bookstores. You can probably, if you go to a chapel, they'll have free ones outside. I'm sorry, my mom's texting me. Goodness. I thought she said she wanted to go to the dentist and I had to take her yesterday, so I thought, anyway. But the rosary is very, very powerful. Sometimes I'll just say it in the rain when I'm driving and stuff, because it helps me to calm down and to figure out what God will help me. I thought about working today, but it is really raining. I was stuck almost in a flooding water, so probably won't do that. But yeah, just remember the rosary is so important. It brings a profound peace. It's not just these ditzy little prayers. It is our salvation, and it also can help other people get to heaven. It's a really good saving string of beads. And if you don't know how to say it, Google it. I could tell you, but it'd take forever. Plus, I say it a different way a little bit. Oh, okay. So, moving on from the rosary, I wanted to talk about God a little bit. So I'm Catholic, right? So when I receive Jesus in Holy Communion, that is God. I'm not even joking. I don't just think that it's God or or I don't have my windshield wipers, or like perceive that it's like I experience God and he's with me. He's in my seat. He's everywhere. He's with me. And I just feel like if we all knew that God was with us and God surrounds us, then we would live a very different mindset because I don't know, like that's just how it would be. So yeah, I just remember, and I said this in one of my shorts. Sorry. Oh my gosh. God is for us, and God. I forget what I was going to say. Something about. I forget. But God is for us. I talked to God for an hour this morning. It was very, very profitable. I absolutely loved it. And God really loves us. He does. That's what I think I was going to say. Thank God. And then moving on, we've talked about this a billion times before, but do you take enough time out for yourself? Do you spend time, maybe even money on yourself? Do you like take time for yourself? I don't. I do and I don't. Like, I don't spend that much time like loving myself. Although I did get Dunkin' Donuts today, so that kind of counts. Actually, that does count. But spend time for yourself. Spend time, even if it seems like it's egotistical. Like, is my window open? Last night, I literally ran outside, like shaking, like, are my windows closed? And it was pouring rain, and I'm like, I don't even care. And I ran outside, and I got soaked, and I might have got back into bed like that. Although I did take my shirt off. But it was like soaked. Everything was soaked. But yeah, so do you spend enough time for yourself? Maybe watching a movie, maybe thinking what your best interests are and going from there, putting on makeup, if you're a girl, or just different things. Because here's the thing. Yes, a guy or girl, whatever gender you are, might love you, or, God loves you and stuff. But like, you're supposed to love yourself. You're supposed to, take time for yourself. Like right now, sitting in this car with the rain beating on the side of it, like this is kind of cool. So that's one thing for myself. And then I wanted to talk about relationships a little bit more. There's a lot that I wanted to talk about in them. One of the things is, I keep saying, giving the relationship 100%. So I think this is a really good idea. But like when you're in a relationship, give that person 100%. You don't pretend like they won't give you anything back, but you like really put an effort into it. You don't put an effort into it just when you feel like it. Because, well, okay, put it this way. If you're dating and somebody's not giving you any effort back and they're just kind of narcissistic or something, break up with them, all that. But like, but in your perspective, like from your viewpoint, give them 100%, give them everything, give them like what you need. And if they're not channeling that same energy back, if they're not giving you 100% back, then they're not the one. Because I don't know, I think that's the way it works, where like it is 50-50, but instead of getting 50%, like in the 50% percentage, like just give 100%, like be present, be there. But I also want to talk about that maybe marriage is not for you. And I'm not trying to be weird or pessimistic. But like for me, I'm 31. I keep thinking I'm 32, probably because I'm turning 32 soon. But I'm 31 and I've never dated. I've never, wanted a date. I've never like had a guy in my life, which is not a bad thing. I think a lot of people look at that as like, oh my gosh, you're 31. Like you should have a guy by now and stuff. And it's like, First of all, I have Jesus. Second of all, basically right now, I don't want a guy. And it's nothing against guys, girls. There are a lot of good guys out there. And if you can't find one, God will bring one too. Like, just chill. But I just feel like I maybe don't want to get married at all. Maybe don't want to have a guy at all either. And it kind of brings me back to this this advice a priest gave me one time. And he said, if you don't want to get married, because I was like, I don't know if I want to get married or not. And he was like, then don't. And it's so true. Like, marriage is not something you take lightly. You are literally committing to this person for life. You are literally, so if you have kids, you have to raise those kids. And I'm not trying to be a downer or whatever it's called. Like, getting up in the middle of the night to give that baby love or whatever is not easy. And I'm not going to lie, I've babysat my nieces and nephews. There were 6 of them. But at the time there were 2, and one like would get up every like 5 minutes. It was really hard. It was extremely hard. I love sleep. And so every time I heard that, wah, like, you know what I mean? And I was freaking out. And I remember thinking, like, I don't think I want to be a mom. But then there's the other side of things. Like, what if you have all the graces you need? What if you want kids? What if you're a great mom? You know, there's all these things that have to come into factor. One of the things I would say, if you're like debating if you should like text this guy back or just like different things to do with the relationship, pray. Literally pray about it. And I'm not saying just be like, hi God, like this or that. Hi Barney. Literally get on your knees and pray to God like you're talking to someone. Just talk to him. Be like, look, I don't know what to do. I wanted to get married. I've never dated anyone, or maybe you have, but it didn't work out or whatever. And just process things in your mind with God and ask him advice. Go with that advice, just different things. Because here's the thing, guys. Marriage is a great sacrament. It really is. But it can also be a burden if you're not prepared for it, if you're not like supposed to be doing it. Another thing is watch the red flags. So I've never been in a relationship, but I like this one guy. I'm not going to say it, but he was a really bad person. But there were so many red flags. They were waving me down. And the only reason I couldn't see past them is because I was sick. But I think some people just aren't on medication, or they just, for whatever reason, they don't take the red flag seriously. But I would say bro is 22. What does that mean, Barney? But I would say, like, if you, like, thank you 5 people for watching this. If you want to be in a relationship, talk to God. Legitly kneel down or sit in a car, talk to God, and talk to him like you're talking to a person, because he's there for you. And just be like, look, I don't know what to do. I legitly want to get married. I don't know if this guy's working out. I don't know. You know what I mean? He will answer you. Oh, 10 p.m. Oh my gosh, it's like 4 o'clock here. It's 4:01. Interesting. Where are you? And we have to rejoice and be thankful in this country, because a lot of things are turning around. You have like even in Russia, some things are turning around, but it's like, we have a very good president. I'm not going to get political. At all. There are a lot of good things going on. There's ICE people killing people that are innocent or whatever. Like, we don't really know the whole story, but it's like, think of all the things that we are actually, hi Harry, that we are actually blessed with. Like, for me, these are mine. So I have a car. I have a newish car. I have a phone that's working. I have a great phone. It's raining. It's not cloudy here at all. Thank God. I have some money. Okay, cool. My health is good. My mental health is good. I have fresh water. I have clothes. I'm in the land of the free, home of the brave. I can pray. I have a good life. And I think that, we're not at war. There's a lot of things going on that you got to be thankful for. But yeah, and guys, don't ever believe that all my days are perfectly fine. They're not. I struggle a lot with like borderline anxiety when I'm driving, or like just different things like home life and stuff, because like I don't know, it's just a mess. But what I do, my first response when I get really, really upset is to say, like, God help me. Because he will. He's our Father. And he will help us. Guys, moment of truth. I'm thinking about getting my tooth right here. No, right here. Half of my tooth fell out. I don't know why or how, but hi, Tyrone. It's very painful, and I think I'm going to go see a dentist today. Not really excited for it, but like I said, we got to be thankful and excited. But I wanted to talk about seriously crying. Like, Jesus cried, and it's not saying like when Lazarus died, it's kind of almost a mystery, but when Lazarus died, Jesus cried. And you would say like, oh, he's being emotional, which he is. But he's God. And he knew that Lazarus would come back to life. It just shows how intimately close Jesus is with us when we cry. Like, he's legitimately with us in that moment. He might know, maybe you're crying because your soldier won't come home. And then the next minute your soldier comes home. He's still going to cry with you in that moment, because that's how intimately he is with us. So, oh, guys, I had a question. And there's like one person watching this. Actually, I don't know how many people are watching this. But I wondered, so kind of like not happy to say this. I don't know what I'm saying. But like, I just wondered if like, let me think. 11 people could subscribe to my channel, because if you do, I'll have 400 subscribers, and I think that'd be awesome. I can show my mom. So if you want to subscribe, go ahead, and just know you'll be prayed for. I'm not gonna be on here too much longer. I gotta go do some stuff. But yeah, it's been a really, really rainy day here, but I'm glad it isn't like, maybe it'll rain in Canada. Maybe the terrace will go away. Yeah, but I'm just looking at the rain. It is so pretty. I love staring right straight up at the rain. It's kind of cool how it comes down. But yeah, I was thinking about singing. Do you guys want me to sing? I could sing. Na, 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 na. There's a song that's inside my soul. It's the one that I've tried to write over and over again. I'm awake in the infinite cold, but you sing to me over and over and over again. So I lay my head back down, and I lift my hands and pray to be only yours. I pray to be only yours. I know now you're my only hope. God bless. Bye.